EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Dances by him. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Past the 20. 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the first down.
Pass complete once again to Bourne.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Mahomes going to throw. Able to shake him off. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Mayfield to throw it. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Shifts by him at the 25. 13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is Bourne. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's another Kansas.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Escapes the defender. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raiders offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he comes into this final weekend of the season as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to end his strong campaign on a high note. First carry of the game for Zamir White. Fighting his way through contact. Still going. He's on his way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. It's his 9th rushing touchdown on the year and 11th overall. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
After one, 17-7 to score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. He gets away from 1. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing,
But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 129 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now this time Mahomes will throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Looking to put a drive together. The tight end in motion right.
They'll start things here with a handoff to White.
And he stopped immediately there.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
As we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Mayfield to throw it this time.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
KC's offense ready to take over. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Mayfield. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's more on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice headed back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Mahomes now to throw.
That one caught by Rice.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
On the ground, DJ Giddens.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
DJ Giddens
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Chiefs continue to pull away here this first half.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nifty move.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
He sets to fire deep. And he's got some space here. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes going to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter.
Looking to put a drive together. Mayfield to throw it. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
George Karlaftis.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Myers. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A run straight ahead with Achane. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Raiders first down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Cooper Kupp
From 13 yards out.
And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 20. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
A nice little juke.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now Mahomes. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Big loss on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
2nd down and 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Mayfield now. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers.
gain of 6. That's good.
Now Mayfield.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Achane will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Dancing away at the 35. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 144 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
A give running right is Akers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Throwing now is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And running with power here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
For a Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. This is caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A 2-yard lead. It's now 4th and goal.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
He finds more in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
70 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
38-yard line.
Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Second and 6. At the
Throwing, Mayfield.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
It's a gain of 11. And a Raider first down. First and goal.
They go play action. Mayfield.
They'll dump this one off here to White.
They'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Samir White. A pickup of 2.
Mayfield with it once more. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now this likely a must-have. Third and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now here's Mahomes.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run, Achane. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2nd and goal from the 1.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Matthew Golden there to make the grab. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Chiefs extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Mayfield to throw it. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll run for it with Achane.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start with the option.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They give up the middle to Akers.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Kansas City,
they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6.
and now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.